Ever met someone on their good side and after a couple dates you went, "Whoa, who are you?" This is how Family Guy's voice of reason, Brian Griffin, later turned out to be the epitome of hate. But where did it all go wrong? How did the writers make the most loved character in Family Guy a scheming douchebag in later seasons? Let's uncover it together, starting with the Golden Age. Once upon a time, the crazy Griffins had a sweet, sensible pet. You know, the kind that reminded them of a conscience. Okay, let's cut the crap. Family Guys always thrive without conscience, but despite this, Brian Griffin's job was to set the record straight. Like he did in Brian, Portrait of a Dog. This episode from Season 1 opens with a heat wave in Quahog. Suddenly, the top priority is an air conditioner and the Griffins are in dire need of one. Instead of, I don't know, going to work, Peter comes across this dog show and voila, prize money alert. At first, Brian refuses to participate, but after looking at those puppy eyes, he gives in. Ugh, those eyes. The show comes along and trusts Brian to give it his best. He rolls through the bars like he couldn't care less. Pure excellence until Peter decides to ruin it.
The hell is this?
Oh, this? Well, this is the part where you beg for a treat.
Oh, I don't think so.
Expecting Brian to wag his tail for a treat like an actual dog? Come on, man, Brian takes offense and the whole point of the show hits the rocks. Now they've got no prize and a wounded friendship. When Peter keeps nagging about Brian's stubbornness, Brian's had enough, so he storms out. But too bad, because the outside world is even harsher to him.
Oh, gross. Did he just drink from a fountain?
Hey, you!
From getting thrown out of a bus station to a police chase over drinking water from a fountain, Brian's sure having it rough. He resorts to begging to survive, but somehow he's triggered and winds up behind bars. Too much drama for a dog who just wants respect, right? Meanwhile, the Griffins miss Brian so much that they appeal for his release. Brian defends himself in court, but even that flops. Why? Because he's a dog. It takes Peter bribing the Quahog City Council for his dog to really be free.
But the law is the law, and it cannot be circumvented by pretty words.
I'll give you each $20.
Deal, he can go.
How touching? But this episode was the first defining arc of Brian's character in Family Guy. And as you saw, the guy just wanted to maintain his dignity and the family loved him for it. Now, if you only started watching Family Guy from the later seasons, this mushy talk would seem alien. But the truth is, Brian was truly lovable, especially in this other episode, Brian in Love. When Brian pisses himself non-stop in the Griffin home, everyone knows there's a big problem. But what is it? Nah, it's not urology issues, he's cleared that with his doc. This leaves Brian with regular visits to a therapist. After one too many sessions, the real reason comes to light.
Look, I love Lois, but I'm not in love with her.
Who are you trying to convince, Brian? Me or you?
Love? That's why you couldn't hold your bladder up, please. Anyways, this newfound discovery leaves Brian confused. Should he ask Lois if she feels the same or not? He even asks Peter for advice, and well, his best friend roots for him with zero clue his wife is the catch here. Clueless dimwit. But finally, Brian summons the courage to talk to Lois about his feelings. The result?
Sometimes we should cherish what we already have, like a very special friendship.
A mutual agreement that some friendships should stay as good as they are. Sounds cool, right? This was the Brian we knew. A character who stands for dignity? Check. Feels emotions like love? Check. We even see Brian's flaws and vulnerabilities in the episode where he becomes a cop and gets addicted to coke.
Got milk?
Bro realized the shit he was becoming and went to rehab, and in the mushiest episode, Brian and Stewie, Brian opens up about how lonely he gets.
Look, I didn't mean to start anything. Let's just forget it, okay? We're having a good time.
Oh, I don't want to forget it. How dare you tell me that my life doesn't have purpose?
Ouch. One thing was clear in this golden age, the writers portrayed Brian Griffin as a real character who faced real struggles like love and identity crises and addiction, but would never do anything to ruin his relationships. But somewhere along the line, this good dog act began to fall apart, and it started in an episode we didn't really pay attention to, The Warnings. Season 5's barely legal. That's right, Season 5. Many think Brian's Flanderization kicked off in Season 9, but in truth, the warning signs were in this very episode. So Meg gets stood up for junior prom in the craziest of ways.
I was wondering if you'd like to go with me.
Oh, hang on. I'd love to go, Meg, but I have to go to my little brother's funeral that night.
Nothing new, just another creative way to make Meg look pathetic, but of course she's devastated. She cries home and lucky for her,